Okay, I'm back. This is part 2 of internal organizational patterns or internal text structures. Remember, those two names are interchangeable. Think about the words. We're reading difficult nonfiction text, and it's inside the text, and it's the words, ideas, and the order of these words and ideas that create a pattern. And this pattern helps us to understand. If we can predict, if we can understand the pattern a writer is using, it is much easier for us as readers to understand the text. And that's why we do this. We study these text patterns to help you understand the text. This is your part 2 notes. Again, notice the green helpful hints and the yellow additional information. We're going to take a quick look at the last 3 organizational patterns and examples. Pattern is cause and effect. Why something happened. That's pretty straightforward. Cause and effect. Take a look at the definition. The purpose of the passage is to show the cause or reason and the effect or outcome of an event. Examples. Examples are often found in history and science. Things cause things to happen. When you talk to your science teacher, they look at the effects of World War I or something like that. And in science, you see processes happen and then you see their effect. So these are often found in history and science examples. You need to remember that one thing can cause many things to happen, or many things can cause one thing to happen. There were many causes for World War I. But the Depression caused many things to happen. So you can have one cause and one effect, or many causes and one effect. So it can be a little confusing. Take a look at the keywords and graphic organizers in the 3rd column. There are some words that you'll see in these passages as a result, caused by, effects of, due to, and reasons for. And then down at the bottom you see some graphic organizers that would show one cause and one effect here, or one cause and many effects. One thing to really notice is arrows. The direction of the arrows in a cause and effect graphic organizer is very important, and you will often see that on a test. An arrow means something changes. So try to remember that. Cause and effect. Salad bars have become very popular at restaurants in the early 1980s because health and physical fitness became widespread topics. Restaurants added salad bars to their menus as a result of what customers wanted. Burger King and Wendy's even had salad bars in their restaurant space for a while. Although many of the self-serve salad bars are gone, restaurants still offer a variety of pre-made salads as menu items. And you can see some of these keywords in here. Because, as a result, although. And you see the cause is that fitness became popular, and the result was that restaurants added salad bars. Generalization. Here's a root, general, which kind of means overall, big ideas. There's not a lot of specifics in these. You don't often see these types of texts, but you can recognize them pretty easily. Definition. The purpose of the passage is to organize information into general statements with supporting details. These are usually found, if you look at the examples, they're things like introductions and conclusions, discussions of big ideas, or overview of a larger text. It's usually a very simple general idea, and afterwards it will get into more specifics. So some keywords you might see: always, most, every, some. And here's a type of graphic organizer. Here's an example of a generalization paragraph. All people who eat salads are healthy. They are always focused on getting enough vegetables and fiber in their diets. They rarely eat fast food, but instead fill their plates with vegetables and greens. Everyone who eats salads is very healthy. So there you see, not a lot of specifics, pretty quick, very general information. And our last organizational pattern is called concept and definition. I want to start with the word concept. A concept is an abstract idea. Abstract, that means you can't see it or touch it, but you know it exists. Think about happiness, the word happiness. You can see happiness in the world, but you can't hold happiness in your hand. That's a concept. It's an abstract idea, something you know exists, but you can't see or touch. So concept and definition is very much like enumeration and listing. It has a center idea, and there's a lot of details to describe it. Look at the definition. The purpose of the passage is to define a concept using appropriate supporting details. Some examples in the middle. It explains abstract ideas and school topics. You see them like in history and English and science and math. Some key words. Almost always, one of the first sentences is going to be, this is this. It's a definition. Happiness is a feeling that you have when you're doing something that makes you happy. That's a definition of happiness. And concept and definition is the name of this pattern. So you're looking for a definition in here. And then you usually will find an example. And then you'll find details. And here's a possible graphic organizer. It could also be just a regular main idea and details organizer like we've used in class. Let's take a look at one. Health is defined as a term referring to a person's mental or physical condition. People often use this word to refer to the state of their physical bodies. Levels of health can depend on disease, injury, or daily practices. Exercise and a balanced diet are both helpful when maintaining a healthy lifestyle. For example, eating healthy foods like salad can help people ensure they are consuming enough nutrients to keep their bodies healthy. You can see the topic of this is health, and health is something you can see in the world, but you can't actually touch it. It's not something you can hold on to like a pencil. So the first sentence gives you that definition, and the rest of it are supporting details. So concept and definition is about something you can't touch and feel, but you know exists. Similar to enumeration and listing, except when you describe something, you have a main topic, and you can touch it and feel it. And that would be enumeration and listing. Okay, we are done all 7 types. I now want you to go back again and do another practice with these 3, and we'll see how you're doing. Thanks.